What's going on, everybody? Caught you raw. I just got finished watching Black Panther and Wakanda, Wakanda Forever last night. Yeah, I don't really rush to see these movies, but I finally had the chance to watch it. It was pretty interesting. Pretty interesting because I wasn't looking for it as an entertainment value, even though I did in a sense. I watched it not two times, but I watched it one for for being entertainment, but at the same time I was looking to see what was they were trying to speak on for why it's called Wakanda Forever. And so basically, Wakanda, you can look at Wakanda like the whole same city as Zion. So Zion forever, Wakanda forever. We're gonna live. People they're living in their own utopia, inside of their own encased shell or cube. I've been talking a lot about cube symbolism, and in a sense, they are living inside of their own isolation. So that would be a representation of a cube. So Wakanda forever, Zion lives forever. Zion. So let's talk about the city of Zion. And I did mention two different things about that movie on my Facebook. One thing that did struck me also on that movie was when they don't call themselves Atlanteans, but when the Namor came out the water, or Lumerians, when they came out the water, the very first that ship scene, they had a triangle shape, trapforce, right? The trapforce shape, or the UFO. Zion as a reference to Ethiopia, the original birthplace of man, or what's the other word for a paradise? What's the other word for paradise? There's a book I read back in middle school. It was basically this guy made his own utopia. I think that was the word. Yeah, utopia. Definition of utopia. Yeah. So that's Wakanda. A imagined place or state of things or beings in which everything is perfect. So they have their own utopia, where they don't have to leave, don't have to go nowhere. They're in their own Zion, and then there's other things that goes around them, controllers that are trying to get into Zion to destroy the awakened, the ones who are powerful. And so when you think about Matrix, you think about these robot beings that are trying to come and destroy your Zion, your mind, right? So it's also they got one brother who's in the cold in the mountains. We were in the mountains also. We weren't just always in the sunshine. We weren't always in the sunshine. We were in the mountains too. We did things in caves. We conquered all four elements, all three elements, but we conquered all four corners of the land. They said that in the Bible we were spread on all four corners. So we conquered all the weathers, all different forms of weather, cold, sunshine, fall, spring, we understood that. Even though I still say winter was not organic here at first, but that's how it is now. The first Earth didn't have all these four different weather types. To kind of like we combine everything into one. This is the new Earth. Everything combined to one. Everything is created to spin around this dial, this turn dial. Or dialect. You know how everything is dial when you look at dialect, our voice, the Tower of Babel, the dialect, or you say die to the elect of die along, or dialogue, diabolical. Dielectric, So back to what I want to say. Dysphoria. We definitely have that right now. We have been spread across all of our homeland. Our homeland is basically where the point of center of North Pole, the point center, where we can enter underground under the earth. But there are other access points to under earth. Matter of fact, that the Rocky Mountains have portals. Let's see. Let's take a look and see if we can. I know I'm using Google search, and a lot of things throughout the years been taken off Google. They did a sweep. So a lot of things that I saved before, I save a lot of good information. Some of the links are no longer available. Some of the links I had saved is not even available anymore. So, portals. What are portals? I was talking to Ashley on my page, and I'm gonna have to make a video whenever I can. She's a pretty good decoder, and speaking to Ashley about this, about portals that are along Nashville and along all the places this stretch out to. So when you go through the mountains, they always say the gods sits on top of mountains, right? So when the God sits on top of these mountains, they look down and they send their messengers down. So the messengers are what you would say angels, or they could be UFOs if you want to say it like that. A lot of these giant mountains had portals This is a 2016 article. I never seen this article. I'm just going through this stuff real time. But as you can go through here, as you go through some of, if you look on Google Earth and you look at the coordinates and the numbers, there's portals in certain hotspot places, and definitely up these mountains, up these trails. Even one of our brothers. I guess I spilled something in my eye, so I got a watery eye. Even one of our brothers, Marvin went through a trail, walking trail. I'm not sure where he went, but Marvin, he spoke about going through a trail, and in this trail there was a history. It was a story about walking. This is I forgot how he placed it, but when you walk through that trail, you feel your chakras light up. So if you're looking for a nice walking trails to shoot that Kundalini up, shoot that Kundalini power, then you gotta find the mountains are some of the best places. That's why, we say the hill have eyes. The hill have eyes because the hill sees what you can't see. We had guardians. Hill have eyes is also, the eyes represent UFOs or IFOs or whatever you want to call it, our galactic spaceships. Let's say UFO. I'm gonna see if I can get some type of symbolism here. So the hill have eyes. You can also say the hill is your pineal gland, because if you talk about Jesus or the Greeks or Roman gods or whatever entity you can think of sitting on top of a mountain, he's aware. Moses went on top of the mountain, he lit up his pineal gland. He saw that fire. You see he was speaking to a burning bush. So the hill have eyes. You can also say excuse me. You can also say the hill have eyes is because they have, like I was saying, extraterrestrials. And if you watch that movie, I'm not talking about the scary movie though. Let's go back over here. Because all this ties together what I'm talking about, Mount Zion. Because Mount Zion, the hills, all these sacred places that are excluded from normal human activity. We don't normally go up to certain parts of the mountain because they'll scare you, say, oh, there's mountain lions and stuff like that. That may be true, but there are caves that are not normally accessible to normal civilians because they cut you off from going there. And here's the hills have eyes, and they show these Caucasian beings here, or Saxon beings. They show these beings coming from the mountains because Caucasian mountains, and they want to show it off like there's a cloning. Well, it's been a while since I've seen it. I'm not sure what it was about again. I forgot exactly what was going on in this movie. It's been so long since I've seen it. 2006. Yeah. But look how disfigured they look. You know, of course, many people don't believe in that cloning that we created, or Enlil or Unky creation, gene splicing. People really don't believe all that. So, but all that stuff was going up in hills, on top of hills, hidden bunkers. You know, the government follows the same suit. They make hidden bunkers, their own little Zion places where they feel like they're the gods. So, but that's the old school one. Yeah, that's the old school one. No, it's also his eyes have that underneath his eyes. You know, we talk about adrenochrome or being poked in the butt or whatever, and his blood make your eyes bloodshot. But that's a different. But that's a different breakdown. That's a whole different other breakdown. I know. Let's talk about sodomy though. But you can say that sodomy started from a whole different race of beings. But yeah, let me get back on topic. You got the mountains. You know, Zion. Basically, to go back to the Wakanda and the Atlanteans. Let's talk about the cube, Metatron Cube. So all right, so this also looks like a DNA marker, and in the movie, she was fiddling around with the DNA, trying to rebuild a replica of that purple serum so she can go to the ancestral realm. As you can see. And down below they had vibranium down under the water too. So down under the water, they're protected by sound waves. They create sound. Up above, they use some type of cloaking technology. So, in a sense, they are both creating their own cube. So the circle will be your protection layer. Right in the middle will be the heart of their vibranium. And then, you get all the different tribes that will go inside of this star cluster. This could be your Mount Zion also. This is how you create. I'm giving you the building blocks on how you create your own utopia. You start off with the circle with your land mask. You draw a circle. You buy land. And right there up in the middle will be your source. There'll be the office. And right around the layers, you start to build. So outside those big, huge, the biggest circles will be your foundation, your support. What are you going to put around your guarding fence? Those could be your guarding posts. Those are like the archangels or your guarding posts. If this was a jail, it will be your lookout towers. Then you go inside, and then you got your inner power or your lower gates. You lowering those are like the inner circle. The more you go inside, that circle gets close, and the less circles you can actually draw, which only one. So you only get one circle. But you get like what? You get 6 pies. Now this one is 6. Yeah, it look like you get 6 cuts out the pie, out the circle, right in the middle. But beyond that, basically what I'm trying to say is that's how they create their own utopia. Right in the middle would be where, Wakanda and all the different generals of each land set right in the middle, 6. Then right around them, you have their guards. And then further out, you get the further other lands, then you get the other lands, so forth. So they made their own Merkaba, they made their own utopia, they made their own Metatron Cube to hide themselves in. Same thing with the Atlanteans. They had their own sun, the sun right in the middle that shines. They made their own sun. And then they formed around that sun and created a layer of protection for themselves. But they got lost within their protection because they never really come up to see the surface people. So they wanted to destroy the surface because they trapped themselves, they lost themselves within their own utopia. So this is their hill. At the very top, their hill is their artificial sun. But the Namor, the Kotal, well, not Kotal, but Kotal, whatever he calls himself, Kotal Kali. I'm not sure. Gotta go back. But he basically was that hill with the eyes because he could fly. Literally his hill had give him the eye of the all-knowing. He could see much higher than everybody else. Oh, wait a minute. This is hold up. So, where's my search at? I just lost my search. All right. Anunnaki. All right. So yeah, basically that's it. I just want to talk about how we created, or how things were created in its own utopia. How they create their own utopia, and they're basically trapped within their own utopia. Yeah, but it's gonna be forever because Zion always lives forever. They created their own power, mega power. Let me see. You could say heaven. So when you say Zion, when you say Wakanda Forever, you're basically saying heaven. You in heaven forever. You're in your own little paradise, and no one, and you don't want your paradise to be destroyed. They see themselves as gods in their own paradise. And the Atlanteans will be the dark side, will be opposite polar ends of the Kabbalah of the tree. So you have the Kabbalah and a Kalipov. You have the Kabbalah and the Kalipov. The ones that looking up will be Wakandas. The ones that going down will be the Atlanteans, because you're going deep in under the water, the black waters, to find yourself. So basically, that's what that is right there. You're going under the waters to find yourself. So that's all what I wanted to say. Hey, I didn't want to make this video too long. I got to the point basically what I wanted to talk about. Just how the makings of how you can make your own Metatron Cube and trap your own people inside this cube of paradise that you made. So with that all said, I'll make another video again. Okay, and this time it'll be more based on the actual tree. Upside down, inside out, left, right. Alright, my name's Akachi. Thanks for watching my video. Trap Force, because everything's done in threes. So Trap Force. Trap Force energy, Trap Force your mind. That's the light, that's the star show.